How could SUI drop this much? People are so bullish on it. How can SUI have such a big correction? Is it over for SUI? What am I expecting to come next? How far do I think this market crash is going to go? Are we going to dip down much further? Are we going to see a big correction back up? I will talk about everything in this video. I will share my personal opinions on this matter. And yeah, share what I'm going to do, where I will be placing my buys, where I will be maybe even taking profits. Before I get into the rest of the video though, please leave a like and subscribe if you can. And if you like my content, of course, it helps me tremendously with these videos and I'll be able to make more. All right, let's get into it. On a quick side note, guys, before I get into the rest of the video, during these videos, I use BITUNIX, one of my personal favorite exchanges. I love the ease of use of them. They're super versatile. They have trading bonuses, deposit bonuses. If you want to use my link, it's in the description below. And yeah, feel free to use it. Or if you're fine with the current exchange you're using, also completely fine. But if you want to follow along with my videos, feel free to use that link. All right, so here we are at CoinMarketCap. We have officially dropped back down below that $3 trillion mark. The big Bybit hack, which occurred, has, as I feared, pushed the market way down. However, this does open up a lot of buying opportunities as well. As we can see, we see a lot of big corrections, especially in 24 hours on Bitcoin. The bigger coins like Solana is 11% down, Dogecoin 15%, Cardano's down, Chainlink, AVAX, SUI. We're seeing big corrections, especially even on a longer period than 7 days. The altcoins were already getting hammered. But overall, yeah, it's a big red days. We're a massive fear. And after these big fear periods, we will see a bounce back up, I'd say. And we saw a small bounce here. It's like right behind my portrait, but we saw a small bounce here. But we're in very deep fear now. And the past periods, this fear has always led to a bounce. Now we can also see this on the liquidation heat map. There were less longs earlier, but now there are more longs starting to appear in the market, but overall the market is still short. Now these big money manipulators, if we look at actually the SUI chart or even the Bitcoin chart, that was the wrong tool, we see these big pushes down where these big parties are looking to stop loss hunt. Basically, they're looking to stop loss hunt. People place their stop losses around these levels, and once they hit, they trigger a massive sell-off. And as you can see, we're actually starting to go up. Now I had a little circle drawn here, especially when you zoom in. Why do I do this? This is where I place my spot buys. So I placed a spot buy earlier, it was triggered, and I loaded up on some Bitcoin. I also bought some SUI and I also bought some Solana because they're part of my long-term spot buying portfolio. And these red days are the days where we need to be buying, where we need to, the bloody days is where our profits are made, especially in spot buying, because we need these big pushes down in order to increase our profit margins. Even when you're leverage trading, low leverage, long-term low leverage trading, this would also be in my strategy would be a good point to open a long. But currently, I'm a little skeptic about the market. I was expecting a reaction. It happened exactly as I planned. I wasn't sure if it was going to go up or down. Nobody was, but I planned accordingly. So I bought here. Not too comfortable with leverage yet. I'm waiting to see if we go a bit lower than that, and I might open a long-term swing long trade because I'm not big on shorting because it feels counterintuitive. Now, as you can see, these blue lines, I put those in the last few videos, and I was expecting us to go a little bit more sideways before we saw a correction. Now, we just hit shy of this level, and then we went further down. And obviously, with the bad news of the hack and possibly some bad global news, it pushed the price way further down. It caused some sell-offs, caused some panic, and basically hit a lot of stop losses. A lot of people got liquidated on their leverage trades. And now you can see we're slowly fighting back, but it's the question remains if this will be our price point, or if we hit further down towards that 77, possibly that 80K level, which was a previous level. This could very well be attained in the next few days or weeks before we see a bigger pushback up, especially with us shifted into extreme fear. This is very possible. Now we can see a similar price on SUI, or a price movement really on SUI. And we saw around a 50% drop on SUI, and it's slowly recovering. Now, I also bought a little bit of SUI earlier today. This is the 4-hour chart. So, in the end of yesterday, a little bit in the beginning of today, but roughly around the point of $2.6 or USDT, 2.6 USDT. Now, will we bounce all the way back up? Since SUI is going to follow Bitcoin, what Bitcoin does, most of the coins do. We can see a similar price movement on Solana. And SUI is called the Solana killer for a reason, I suppose. But considering they're very similar, the price movements are very similar. I think it's safe to assume that if we look at Solana's history, especially longer term, you can see Solana has been through the ringer as well. So it's very possible that SUI will show a similar price movement. So if we break this level around here and we drop further down on Solana to either 90 or possibly even 20, which I do not think will happen, because that's a bit of an overcorrection, let's call it. But let's grab the Solana chart real quick. If it will let me search. But let's grab the Solana chart real quick. And as you can see, I still had a buy placed here, or at least a level drawn here, but I also placed a buy there. So I also bought some more Solana because I believe in spreading your odds. But as you can see on the longer term, we grab the longer term Solana trades. It is very possible to see a similar price movement on SUI. So we are around this level. We could see from this level a drop of possibly another 40%. Now, if we look at SUI and we draw that same line, so that we a little bit below its previous level, but let's call that this level. So that would be a drop back to $1.60. That could very well happen. That's very realistic of it to do these movements, because nothing's safe in crypto. Crypto is one of the most volatile assets in the world, but it also shows, especially with this latest crash, that crypto is not bulletproof, and people are always convinced crypto is going to go to new heights. I personally think it will do that, but this shows that it's not a straight shot up. So these are the moments where we, as long-term investors, this is our time to shine. This is where I intend to buy more, to basically be able to buy all the coins I want on a discount. And it feels very counterintuitive to be buying on these bleeding days, but this is better to buy here than to buy at the top, which is what most people do. But we are not most people. We're smarter than most people, or at least we try to be smarter than most people. And obviously, I don't know what the price is going to do. Nobody knows exactly. But as long as we DCA in, we spread our entries, we spread our prices, we go for the best average price, we have the best chance to make a profit. And we can see, like on this last buy, we can already see a little price correction back up. So if we do go back up from here, back to the old all-time high, that's 100% gain instantly. And if we drop 40% further down, roughly 40% further down, so let's grab it around that level, that's a 237% price movement. And that's to the all-time high, old all-time high. There's no telling if in the future we go higher, which is what I'm expecting, considering these are all part of my long-term plan, my long-term holds. They're part of the bigger crypto coins. So the more I'm able to acquire on the cheap, the more I'm able to profit later on. So this is pretty much my vision for SUI. I'm not worried. My strategy remains the same. The fundamentals of SUI stay the same. Same for Solana, same for Bitcoin. So these are the times where we need to stay, where we don't panic. We buy more, we wait. What happens? We take some profits on the way up. This is why we take profits on the way up. So we have cash on the sidelines waiting to buy this. And yeah, we might miss out on some more profits because the price keeps going up, but that's all in the game. We need to take these profits to be able to buy these dips. Similar to this one, I kind of missed this one because I did not buy that absolute bottom, sadly, but I did buy roughly slightly above the current price. So yeah, I'm a little down on that, but I lowered my average, and now we wait for the inevitable upside or a bigger downturn where we're able to acquire more cheaper. All right, that's the video for today, guys. And yeah, I want to thank you all for watching again. And if you like my video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you feel like asking a question, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And yeah, let's see you on the next one.